What's up, everyone? Welcome to Game Talk. This is our weekly video game show that we do on Twitch and then post to YouTube later that day. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon, with my co-host, Ryan.
What's up?
How are you doing today?
Great. It is a great day.
It's a little hot.
Glad to be
but,
here.
You know,
Yeah,
probably
like
turn the
real
AC on
hot.
soon.
Yeah, early as fuck. Like 7:30, it was like 80 degrees. Not having it.
Yeah, it was gross last night. We had the AC on like until I went to bed at midnight. Well, it was later than midnight, playing some Apex.
Nice.
Yeah, so the biggest news this week, Ryan, is the Xbox Game Showcase happened, which you did not watch. We're still
I'm
going to go
slacking.
through it.
I'm really slacking.
I was a little underwhelmed by it. There's some cool shit. The biggest thing, Halo Infinite gameplay was revealed, which looks really cool. I think it does. I guess some people don't think it looks that good. I know my roommate Dylan wasn't that excited because it's more open now. So like you can bring up a map and there's like quests around. It's not like full open world like Fallout or Witcher style, but I think it's these big areas where you can go and do quests. The menu listed an upgrade section, and then there was also a mission prompt. They didn't go into that, but you could see it when they opened the menu. But it looks like it feels like Halo.
Well, I played Halo 1 and 2, so
Okay.
in comparison to that, and I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I dicked around a lot, but like I fell off after that. Is it similar to that? Did it seem to be similar to that?
It seems like they're trying to
stayed
channel
with their
Halo 1 vibes with this game.
Okay.
Except it's a little more open and a little more smooth. But like the gameplay in Halo,
Sweet.
you know what you're getting. But it looks cool. Trying to think specifically. So it's not a reboot, but so it is a sequel to Halo 5, they said, but they are going for a Halo 1 feel and like soft reboot storytelling vibes.
Shit.
So maybe think like God of War, which was still a sequel to God of War 3, even though it is kind of like a soft storytelling reboot because you don't have to have played the other ones to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But it makes it cooler if you do, you know?
Sweet.
So from everything I've been seeing comment-wise is that Halo fans are stoked as shit for this, but people who are just looking at Xbox and not super into that were less impressed by it, I guess. I thought the game looked good, but apparently it doesn't look 4K next-gen good from some of the things I was reading from people.
Yeah, you can't always judge it.
It's also tough because it's an Xbox One game, too. So
yeah.
It does hold them back a little bit, I think.
I'm gonna make a list to watch all these things.
Yeah,
but I remember
it's like 8 minutes, and it looks cool.
Well, I remember you texting me. And I was like, you said Halo and something else, and I was immediately not interested, just because like none of that has ever excited me.
Yeah, Halo looks cool, and I know you could you have an Xbox Series, or you have an Xbox One X. God damn it, Xbox, name your shit better. So you'll be able to play it on there, and so we can play co-op. You can do local co-op, like you and Chris can play. I think you should be able to do online co-op as well. I don't know if it's more than 2-player co-op. I'm not sure. But Halo looks cool. You have like a grappling hook. It gave me like Doom vibes, but not as fast as Doom. But I love the sci-fi setting, sci-fi shooters. I played Halo 1, 2, and 3. I never played Reach or ODST, which were spin-off ones that Bungie still made. And then 343, the studio that's making this, made Halo 4 and Halo 5, which I think people liked Halo 4, and people did not like Halo 5 from a story perspective. You don't play as Master Chief much. Spartan Locke was a big other main character in the game who you played as, and they did not like those portions. I still want to play them all. I'd like to have the Master Chief collection. I could play them, but I don't know if I ever will. So that was the biggest thing. That's what they led with. They led with Halo gameplay. There was a cool cutscene where like Master Chief's armor's getting built, and then they go straight into gameplay, and it was pretty badass. I got cool vibes from it. I love the Halo music too. That's there. Yeah. The next thing, State of Decay 3 was announced. I haven't played State of Decay ever. I feel like I'd like it, but I've never played it. It also was just a CG trailer. There wasn't a ton of gameplay in this event. And I guess
you think it's a ways out?
Yeah, it sounds like it's in very early development. I think the dev said it is in like early pre-production, so they haven't even started stuff on it, so it's years out. Forza Motorsport was revealed. There was no number on it. Forza 7, I think, was the last one, not in the Horizon series. So I think they're going for more of a platform. Same with Halo Infinite. They said that's going to be the last Halo released, and they're just going to keep adding to it. Not the last released. The last released for like 10 years, I think.
Yeah, I mean, which it seems to be the way most games are going, is to just add-ons,
I also
DLC.
think it leads into Game Pass, which is what Xbox is just pushing hard. Before this event started, they said everything in this event will be playable in Game Pass day one. So I think they're pushing their subscriptions a lot harder. We'll get into that more. I pulled a different article from it. But basically, they have a different market for this generation versus like Nintendo and Sony. They just want the subscription models, I think, is what they do.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Next thing was Everwild, which they showed off before. I remember that's Rare's new game, which we still don't know the gameplay for. It's just a more cartoony CG looking, I am assuming third-person game, but I don't know. I don't know much else about it. It was a CG trailer. Then they showed Tell Me Why. It's a cinematic story trailer. It looks like a interactive drama, like walking simulator style game, which I like, but I can't play a ton of those, which they announced a couple of those at this event, and they're not for me, but they're for other people. Then they showed that Ori and the Will of the Wisps will be enhanced for Series X. That's cool.
That's another one that's been on my list. I hear nothing but good things about it.
They're good. They're Metroidvanias, which I don't get into as much as I used to. They're both on Game Pass. You should check them out. The visual style is beautiful.
I think I have one, and I played part of one, but I don't know.
Yeah, Ori and the Blind Forest was the first one. I played it for once. I was like, yeah, I like this, but
it didn't grab me
same.
enough.
Then they announced Outer Worlds gameplay, or DLC gameplay. Peril on Gorgon DLC revealed coming September 9th. I never finished the Outer Worlds. I know Gary's stoked for this because this is still coming to other consoles because Outer Worlds was a full multi-gen, multi-platform release before Xbox bought Obsidian. But it is coming, the DLC is coming to Game Pass, which is cool. Well, let's see. Assume you can get it. That's weird. So this actually says Xbox Game Pass subs can get the Outer Worlds expansions or the full expansion pass, which contains at least one more adventure for a 10% discount? So is it not included in Game Pass? That's weird. Obsidian showed off a few things. They showed more of that grounded game, that like survival Honey I Shrunk the Kid style game, if you remember that they showed off last year, which I think is coming to early access this week. Yeah, the 28th. It's a co-op survival adventure where players are shrunk to the size of ants. Oh, this is all from IGN, by the way. I should credit this article because I put it together. Matt Perslow, IGN. Thank you.
And some people appreciate that.
Yeah. But what I'm excited for, they showed Avowed, which is, it takes place in their fantasy world that they've made their Pillars of Eternity games in, which are like top-down, turn-based, fantasy, Baldur's Gate style role-playing games. But this is first person. It felt very Skyrim from the little bit they showed.
Pull it up right now.
This game is coming out. I wonder if this trailer is going to work. If I can show you.
I don't want to watch it right now. I want to see like...
You should. It's like a 1.5-minute trailer, and it looks cool. It's very much... It very much gave me Skyrim vibes, and I hope that's what it is.
Ooh, I'm all about Skyrim vibes.
Yeah.
Like that.
So I'm sure you'll be into that. That was a big surprise. I wasn't expecting to see more from Obsidian, because they make cool role-playing games, obviously. But they've been working on Outer Worlds, and then that Grounded. So the fact that we saw this... this game's probably 2-3 years out. I hope it's sooner, but... That, I assume, will be a Xbox exclusive.
Oh, wow. Well, this game already looks gorgeous.
You looking at Avowed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome. The next thing they showed, As Dusk Falls, that was another one of the interactive drama, walking simulator-y style games. Then they showed some games we'd already seen before, so Hellblade 2 will be set in Iceland. They didn't really show any gameplay. Psychonauts 2 got a new trailer. I believe it is now coming next year, which I think it was supposed to come this year. Another cool announcement, Destiny 2 is coming to Game Pass in the fall, and so is all of the DLC.
Holy shitballs.
Which is badass.
Like the new stuff?
Yeah, so the standard edition of Beyond Light will be included in Game Pass for no extra cost, as well as the other Destiny 2 expansions. So you'll be able to play everything on Xbox if you have Game Pass, which is awesome.
That's amazing.
That's a lot of content.
And that's what Microsoft wants.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's kind of where they're headed with their new console and everything.
Right. Like that's crazy. Because like I think Beyond Light is $30 or $40 otherwise, if you don't have Game Pass.
Yeah.
And then,
Damn.
Yeah, that's insane. Granted, all my Destiny shit is on PS4, and all my friends are there who play it, so that's where I'll keep playing it. But I don't know if I'm gonna get Beyond Light right away, anyways. But this is awesome for people who have Xbox and want to play something that's basically an endless game that's really fun to play. Stalker 2 was revealed. I never played the Stalker series. Dylan has told me to play it a lot. I think I bought it at one point, so I own it on Steam. It's a post-apocalyptic shooter. I think it felt he compared it to Fallout more so than like the Metro games, which is what this article compares it to. But I don't know, people are excited for it. This is also one of the timed exclusives. There's a lot of timed exclusives. I have a different article that I'll pull from. Warhammer 40,000 Darktide was announced. That's a 4-player co-op survival. That's also a timed exclusive, I believe. Tetris Effect Connected. Stop me if you want to talk about any of these, because I'm just blasting through them now.
Well, Tetris Effect, is that the one that just came out? It's like on everything now, Switch and whatnot. That was like
Tetris
2 years ago.
Only been on PS4, I believe. Maybe PC.
What's the one on Switch? Am I dumb?
Tetris 100.
Don't answer that. Maybe.
Tetris 100, which is the Battle Royale Tetris, is only on Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
And then there was also like Puyo Puyo Tetris, which was mashing these two different puzzle games.
Gotcha.
Kool-Aid says we're looking sexy, as always. Thank you.
Thank you, Kool-Aid. I appreciate that.
So Tetris Effect with a different mode and all the other shit is coming to Xbox. Not the VR mode, because Xbox doesn't have VR. So like you can still play Tetris Effect in VR on PlayStation. Tetris Effect is awesome. If you like Tetris, the music is amazing and the visuals are great. As far as the Tetris game goes, I have it for PS4. I wish I had a VR so I could play it, because apparently the VR is awesome too.
Yeah. Every time I turn around, I see like an Iron Man VR bundle or just the like game or something.
$bucks, though.
I know.
VR though.
And I'm like, it's calling me.
I'm just waiting for a version 2. Hopefully within the next couple of years we get a wireless one that works with PS5.
Something. You know what Chris and I saw? We were shopping online, and like something popped up. It was like a haptic feedback vest for like watching movies and shit. And that was so cool. I was like, man, that would be so badass with some VR. But
people have used those for shooting games too. So like if you get shot, and I'm like, I don't want that. I get shot.
I do. I think that'd be fucking sweet.
It would make me worse. I already have issues aiming sometimes. I was trash when we were playing Apex last night. Dylan and the bitch carried me pretty hard. My aim is not good.
You can't win them all, Brandon. You can't be good at every video game.
I mean, I go up and down though. Sometimes I'm really good at Apex, and yesterday I was but I wasn't like trash, and we won a couple games, which is more than I win normally. So.
It's like working at work. Sometimes you're vibing. Most of the time, you don't. Pick and choose your battles, man.
Right. The Gunk got announced. People seemed cool, excited for that. I don't know. It was a 3D action adventure game.
I gotta Google that one.
Up this gunk.
Sounds like a gay porn.
I don't know. It doesn't look like a gay porn.
Is it too much?
You can be good and you will be good at every video game. That's not true.
Who said that?
Kool-Aid said that.
Oh,
I am good at a lot of video games, though.
Shooters, I think we've talked
mid-tier. If I
yeah, it depends. What was it? Division 2. I was really good at sniping, and I'm never fucking good at sniping.
Yeah.
But I think we've talked Chris out of playing you against Super Smash. Oh, sorry.
Why?
He just agreed with me. Oh, you do want to take him on?
Nobody ever wants to play Smash.
Never mind. He said he'll take you on.
Oh, shit, yeah.
You're not allowed to throw controllers, though.
You guys have to practice so you can get good, and then we can all play.
Brandon, breathes on the joysticks and beats everybody. It's...
I mean, we're playing on my birthday this year, whether you guys like it or not. So
yeah, it's fine. Okay, I'm looking up the gunk. Sorry.
Okay, this next game is the one that I'm really excited for. This probably impressed me the most as far as like an announcement they made, which I found out it is a timed exclusive. I think it's a launch title. It's called The Medium. It's the next project from horror experts Blooper Team. I don't know what they made. Wow, throwing controllers. I feel attacked. I don't even think Ryan knows that you threw that one controller on accident.
Is this Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
And on accident, Kool-Aid?
Apparently he threw it down on his lap and it bounced off, and then he like punched in anger, and it happened at the same time, and then he like launched my PS3 controller at the wall real hard. We were playing Mortal Kombat vs. DC. Those one-on-one fighting games rage Kool-Aid harder than anything.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But the medium looks cool. It's set across 2 realities. So it's like a puzzle horror game, it sounds like. So like one area looks like a dystopian city, and then it seems like in a flash, you can change it to what looks like a Silent Hill darkness area with more horror elements. And it looked really fucking cool. And like the effect change was sweet. I'll see if this trailer will work. I want you to know that I've grown up since then. That's good. That's good.
I'm proud of you.
How old are you? Wow, just fucking call me out, IGN.
What?
It asked me how old I was before we watched this trailer.
Real quick.
There's gonna be no audio.
I made a mistake. Not a mistake, but I just pre-ordered Outriders because if you pre-order now, you get an upgrade to the deluxe edition.
What? Did you pre-order
a free upgrade?
PlayStation 5?
PS4, because then they upgrade.
Oh, to PS5?
Yeah.
Okay.
That I'm pretty sure.
See, that might
the
be
gunk looks cool, by the way.
Okay. Well, I'm showing the medium. I don't know if you're watching the stream, but I'm showing the trailer for it.
Yes, I have it pulled up.
There's going to be no audio, but
that's cool.
I mean, I could give us audio. Okay, hold on. Oh god, where'd it go? I lost it. Why? Why did this article?
Come on, man. What are you, Ryan? With not having your shit together?
Where did it go? Okay, here we go. Alright, well, we didn't miss anything. I'm going to unmute it, though, so we can hear it. Oh, God, I lied. We're not going to do audio because a bunch of things are playing. It didn't get into the cool shit yet, so you'll see what I'm talking about. It gave me Silent Hill vibes pretty hard. Yeah, Dylan freaks out if he gets teabagged. It's pretty funny. Like, that makes him rage. So see how the world changes? And they'll show it a few times, but it seems like it's very instant. I'm sure there'll be some sort of quick loading, but with the SSDs, like, this is definitely some next-gen shit you can do, which is cool. So yeah, dual reality gameplay. 2 worlds rendered simultaneously. This looks cool. Now the only thing is, with horror games like what this one looks like, sometimes I get annoyed because it's just all about hiding and running away.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I like to be able to at least defend myself, but the art style and the way the gameplay and the dual realities just seem so cool. I'll definitely.
Oh man, that's badass.
Yeah. Like, I'm into it. I want to know if it's like a toggle or how it works, or if the game just chooses when. I don't know. This was the one this and Avowed were the 2 things that surprised me and excited me. Because I didn't know they were going to be there, and they looked awesome. Series X and Windows. So we'll get into that, because there's a lot of one-sheets where it said Series X and just Windows, and then there were some that said Series X, Xbox One, and Windows. So there's a lot of Xbox going back and forth around them saying everything was going to be on Xbox One for a couple years still, as far as first party goes, but this isn't first party, so I don't think they could do that alternate reality shit on an Xbox One. Like, I think they need the SSD to be able to load those worlds back and forth, so that makes sense. Because that's holiday 2020, so that's this year. It's probably going to be a Series X launch title, and it'll be on Game Pass, which is cool. So if you buy a Series X, have Game Pass. There you go. Then Phantasy Star Online 2 announced some shit. I don't know. That's a like 10-year-old MMO at this point. It sounds like it's kind of a new game that looks better, or new world at least, and new enemies. I don't know. Not for me. Crossfire X, which is a free-to-play multiplayer shooter, announced a single-player campaign, which actually looks really cool. It's made by Remedy, so people who made Control, like Alan Wake, Max Payne. So it was like some first-person, some slow-mo action. That actually looked really cool, and I was into that, and I think it's going to be on Xbox One. So
yeah, that does look cool.
Go play that campaign on Game Pass. And then they closed with a Fable cinematic trailer, which I was just as stoked for as everything else. But I knew that was going to be there because that's been rumored.
Mm-hmm.
Made by Playground Games, who makes the Forza Horizon series. So they've made a lot of racing games. They've made a lot of open world because they're open world racing games. But they haven't made like an action game, I don't think. What else have they made? I think it's just like the Forza Horizon games.
I haven't played Fable in so long. Like I know I remember fucking loving it, but God, it's been so rough.
I was dicking around with Fable 3 a couple weeks ago because that's the only one I haven't played. But they do feel a little dated. Like I love the humor and the style, but I didn't play it that much. Who knows? I might hop into it more. But yeah, like they've just made Forza Horizon. But those games review insanely well, and I think Microsoft bought them last year? 2 years ago? I mean, they've been making Xbox exclusives for years, so it makes sense that they would purchase them. And I'm excited for Fable. That game is also probably years out.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
So some of the things I noticed this while watching it. So there's... Here, I'll kind of show this. So there's a couple articles out there about this, how Microsoft's been up and down about their Series X promise of exclusives coming to Xbox One for a couple years. But I honestly think it's because these games are years out. And that's why. So like if you look, so Fable says Series X, Windows PC. And then like Halo Infinite, Series X, Xbox One, Windows PC. They didn't really clarify any of this stuff. They did a little bit. But there were a lot of games that just said Series X and Windows PC. Not Xbox One. I think there's a decent list from The Verge, which I pulled. Somebody did comment on it. I think he said, as our content comes out over the next year, 2 years, all of our games, sort of like PC, will play up and down that family of devices. This is an old quote. But then, what did he say? I don't know if I have the quote right here. People are thinking that Microsoft like broke their promise with these exclusives.
Yeah, but I feel it's one of those things where like I'm fully prepared for the gaming community to just be a bunch of wet rags this entire fucking holiday season, like expecting too much, and it's kind of like let Xbox or Microsoft transition. That's all they're doing. They're just transitioning to not only a fucking powerful console, but a new way of gaming.
Yeah. Well, and okay, so I found the list. So Series X, Xbox One, PC. So it's Halo Infinite, Tell Me Why, Grounded, Psychonauts 2, the Destiny 2 stuff, Tetris Effect, The Gunked, New Genesis, Phantasy Star Online, and also Crossfire X. That just says not PC, but it's still Xbox One, Series X. And then Series X and Windows only, The Medium, Warhammer 40,000, Stalker 2, Everwild, As Dusk Falls, Avowed, Fable, Forza, State of Decay 3. So the first party ones on that list, which is what Xbox said first party games for 2 years will also be on Xbox One, that are only on Series X are Everwild, As Dusk Falls, Avowed, Fable, Forza, State of Decay 3. Honestly, I think those games are probably a couple years out, and they're just trying to get ahead of that. But it does kind of suck that they have this conference with a bunch of first party titles, and only Halo is going to be on Series X.
But yeah, I don't know. But like I said, they're doing the Game Pass, like the Destiny and all the content, and that's what they wanted. And I think people just are jumping the gun. Like, give them a break, give them time to make these games.
I think
give them to you.
I think the messaging was just a little bad on their part. Like, I don't think they should have said that and then been like, "Oh, here's all these other cool games."
Not had anything ready.
Only work on Series X. Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally want that though. Like, I want them to just utilize the next gen because they can make cooler gaming experiences. Like the Medium, which isn't made by Microsoft. It's just a console launch, like a timed exclusive. But that wouldn't work on Xbox One or PS4 because they need the SSD to do the reality shifting and stuff like that. Like, I want them to just focus on the new hardware because they can make cool, unique game experiences because they're not hindered by this dated hardware of the Xbox One or the PS4, you know?
Yeah.
Which is why when they said that for the first couple of years, I was like, God damn, I kind of want them, like, I'm excited that I'll get to try Halo this year, but a full next-gen Fable I'm way more excited about than one that they have to hinder because of the Xbox One. So
Yeah.
I think it's bad press for Microsoft to be fuzzy about these details and also show a ton of shit and be like, oh, nah, not a lot of it's going to play on Xbox One, even though we said a lot of our first-party games would. So I think it's a little bad press. I think it'll be fine in the long run because you're going to get a next-gen hardware. You're going to get next-gen hardware or play it on PC if you have a gaming
And
PC.
some badass games eventually.
Right, yeah. The mixed signals thing just sucks, I think, for Xbox.
Yeah. That's where just be like Sony and keep your damn mouth shut forever.
Yeah. They don't want to say anything and have to backtrack on it, basically.
Can't piss anybody off if you don't give them anything to be pissed off about.
Right. All right, now I just have some tiny articles floating around. Ubisoft announced their next Ubisoft Forward. It's coming in September. No specific date was given.
Do you think this is where we're going to get the gods and monsters?
Maybe. I hope so.
Hopefully.
Their last one was underwhelming, so I don't know, honestly.
Maybe they're holding out.
Maybe.
Again, Sony.
I wonder if by the time this comes out, we'll have a PS5 release date, a Series X release date, and price and shit, so they can even just give us more details about their games that are coming to next gen. And be like, oh, the next gen version of Assassin's Creed and this and that is coming out same day. All this, that's honestly what I'd like to see the most, I guess, because I don't know what else we can see. Gods and Monsters, that Rainbow Six Quarantine game, which I'm sure they're going to change the name on. They might show.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I feel like I think we talked the other day, like there's a lot of games we're waiting for to hear about, so maybe they're going to start pulling some of these that we haven't really heard about.
That does seem a weird time because they're probably not going to show much that's coming out this year. So they're gonna talk about shit that's next year, but also it's next gen season and fall video games are coming out. I feel like a lot of their info might get lost, so I don't know if there's a good time for it. But
true, because September kicks off with Avengers, and then it's fucking all hell breaks loose from there. Yeah,
Avengers. You have the Outer Worlds DLC that got announced. I don't know what else is in September now. Because Cyberpunk got delayed.
There was something I thought. Is that the Destiny season of Destiny?
Destiny got delayed. It was supposed to be September.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So that's November. Avengers is all I care about right now. So
yeah,
and I'm excited. There's nothing else around it, so I can get more people to play it. I think.
And we all want to play a different character, which is fucking awesome,
right? Yeah, because who do you want to play? Black Widow and Chris is Iron Man. I want to play Thor. Gary wants to play Hulk.
Oh, see, fucking crushing it already.
Gary will have a job, so he'll be able to buy it. Hopefully,
yes.
Ubisoft isn't raising their prices this fall, at least for next gen games. So like,
I'm not worried about that. You know, like
I'm expecting
it's to be expected.
To honestly,
right?
It's been a long time. Games are more and more expensive to make, and inflation. So,
you know, it is what it is. Guess what? It's a hobby.
Some super piddly articles. This is straight from PlayStation blog. Rocket League is going free to play this summer. That's cool. If you've owned Rocket League, you get a bunch of bonus shit. Once it goes free to play, you get a bunch of items. You get all Rocket League branded DLC packs. It says.
Cool though, like
they free to play.
More games need to just start doing things like that. Like
this makes sense because Epic bought Psyonix, if you didn't know, last year. And then it's going to switch exclusively to the Epic Games Store. If you own it on Steam, you can still play with the community and everything like that. They're not cutting you off. You just can't buy it on Steam anymore. But they went to a Rocket Pass, which is like the Battle Pass in Fortnite. They're basically turning it into a games of service, more like Fortnite. So that's why it's going to go free. They're using the Rocket Pass. It's all cosmetic. It fits Epic's system that they have with Fortnite, just now also with Rocket League. So that's cool. More people will play Rocket League. Rocket League's fun. Then Insomniac tweeted out that Spider-Man Miles Morales is going to have an optional 4K 60 frames per second performance mode. Now 4K 60 frames is crazy. What's the other mode going to be? Like, is there going to be like, I know ray tracing is going to be a thing, so maybe it's going to be 4K 30 frames a second with ray tracing and pushing more graphical fidelity. But if it's full 4K 60, that'll be awesome for Spider-Man swinging through the city. Hell yeah.
Yes.
That got tweeted out this week.
Epic Games website says Gods and Monsters is still coming out in 2020.
Yeah, I doubt that's happening.
There's no rating yet or anything, and I'm sure it's one of those games that'll get pushed back just because so many other things are now coming out.
Shown it. Like it's probably just a placeholder. The only gameplay we saw was a Stadia leak. Like it was on Stadia at one point, and data miners found it, and it was like some low res shit. I don't know. I think I started to watch it, and I was like, this is really low quality. I'll just wait till Ubisoft reveals some better footage.
Yeah.
Another short article. Someone from Square, I don't know her name, or no, it was part of a Final Fantasy VII interview, but the director said, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 has entered full development, which isn't a lot of news, but I'm excited about it because I love
I'm happy for you.
The remake was amazing. God, so good. I still think that's my game of the year so far. Yeah. Yeah, because it was more enjoyable. The Last of Us is great and enjoyable, but heavy as fuck, whereas Final Fantasy just, like, made me happy all the time, and the combat was super fun to play all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas the combat grew stale for me in The Last of Us. The story's great, but constantly depressing.
It was more story. I think you're right. Like, that's how I look at it, where I wouldn't ever really put it on a list. No offense to any true deep fans out there, but, like,
I'm sure
it's not a game where I'm like, holy shit, this was incredible. Everything was incredible. It was pretty vanilla as far as crafting, combat, going through the story. Yeah, it's deep, but you're there for the story, not like,
as much the
fucking
gameplay,
God of War combat, you know?
Yeah,
so.
And like the gameplay is fun, and then there are some cool set pieces. You still haven't finished Last of Us, so I'll just keep bringing that up every week until you do.
Yeah, just keep those jabs. Now I got Ghost, man, which I'm also not going to finish, but Chris is crushing it over here as we speak.
I don't know if I'm going to finish Ghost or not. We'll talk about that. But like I was reading an article about I think it was just some tweets about The Last of Us Part 2, and it's like, I loved it, and the gameplay is fun, but comparing it in my head to like Uncharted 4, like I liked Uncharted 4 a lot more. I think Naughty Dog is good at making these big action set pieces, and those just really aren't in The Last of Us. So it's like a lot of the moment-to-moment gameplay is like you have these stealthy encounters, which the encounters are great and they're well thought out and they're fun. But then you don't have these crazy truck chases or like action scenes that are pushing.
It was like the two.
It's just not as high stakes, it seems.
Yeah, well, it's like the two things that stick out most, like on that topic of the action, combat, and the fun, is to me, one of the better parts was the abandoned office building with the.
Oh yeah.
That you had to sneak around the whatchamacallit, the clickers or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the stalkers, whatever. And that part I really liked. It was intense. It was well thought out. Like, you know, was the enemy, and you had to fucking get around them. And then the boat in the fucking high tide, fucking going through the city in the boat. That was good. But you're right. Like, there's no boats. Nobody was shooting at you.
Right. And like, there are two different games. You can't make The Last of Us like Uncharted, but it's like when you see Naughty Dog do something that's more high caliber, and the gameplay is just more fun in Uncharted to me. And I do like the gameplay in The Last of Us. Like, I'm not shitting on it. Like, it's still, you know.
You don't have to be quiet about it. Go for it, babe.
Masterpiece game. But speaking of the boat part in The Last of Us Part 2 with Ellie, because you played through Ellie's side, right?
Yeah.
Did you go up in that train and snipe the Seraphites? Because I did.
Oh man, yeah, I fucked the shit out of them. Yeah, like,
because you could have went and sneaked in, and I was like, I'm gonna see if I could snipe. I got a lot of rifle ammo.
Yeah, I wasn't even planning it. It's like that's just where I started, and then I got up there, and I was like, oh hey,
yeah,
look what I can do.
Ammo up there too.
Yeah,
that was badass. I did.
Yeah, it was nice.
All right, I'm excited for Naughty Dog's next game. I hope they do a new IP and not Last of Us Part 3. But if they do Last of Us Part 3, I'll play it and love it. So
that would be. At least push it off a little while. Like, make us wait again. I could wait.
Yeah. Like, do something.
You know, it's one of those games. Yeah.
Did you see Ghost of Tsushima is the fastest selling new IP on PlayStation, by the way. 2.4 million units sold through the first 3 days. So it's the fastest selling first party original IP debut, which is awesome.
I'm not surprised. The game is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
They also had a canceled game leak called Prophecy. I will pull this up. This game actually seems like it was pretty
dead man
into development. I don't know. It gave me Assassin's Creed vibes as well, so kind of like Ghost. But this is a chunky 12 minutes almost of gameplay and cutscene and stuff. I just
Damn.
forwarded up to some gameplay, but it's a big cityscape where you're running around, and I feel like that's probably why we haven't seen a Sucker Punch game in 6 years, because they were probably working on this for a couple of years and then it got canceled.
Yeah.
That's my guess. But this game seems interesting. I can see it looks a little rusty in some parts, but obviously it wasn't finished and not polished. I want to know why they abandoned it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe because it was too samesies to like Assassin's Creed Syndicate, I think, is the one that was set in a time period like this.
I'll search down here.
Yeah, it was a little difficult to find this gameplay at first, because the original article I had pulled had a link to it, but so many of the videos have gotten pulled down. But it was just a quick search, like, a Sucker Punch Prophecy gameplay, and I found it on YouTube. So, they're not pulling them down that fast. Seems interesting. That game is obviously never coming out. Got canceled.
Just sounds so depressing. Like,
yeah. So
this badass game, but yeah, sorry about it.
I don't like the gameplay that much because it's not coming. This is just an article since I'm thirsty for constant Avengers info. So this is Jonathan Dornbush, IGN. They showed some suits. They showed some cool cosmetics, costumes and shit. I really like this Thor one because I'm gonna play as Thor, and this one's dope as shit. Then they showed, and we'll just go through them. Thor. They showed some more Thor ones. This is Donald Blake one, which I'll probably never use. And then they showed some Kamala Khan ones. Miss Marvel. I like this one, which is the one with the bubble. And I like that sweatshirt. That one's cool too. She's armored up. I love this Iron Man one. This is from a 2012 Iron Man run that I read. That was actually really good. Dude, all the Thor suits are sick. I can't wait to fucking kick ass as Thor. Iron Man ones look cool as shit too. I love the space one too. This one looks cool.
Oh, fuck yeah. That white one?
Yeah, the white one looks sick. Dude, I can't wait for this game.
Dude, oh my god, the white one's my favorite.
I love this Hulk in the fucking...
fucking gangster shit.
Yeah. I like this one, and I don't think they have it on here, but there's a World War Hulk one. Like, he's wearing in Thor Ragnarok, the armor and shit. That's in the game too, and that looks awesome. But this, yeah, he's like... Hulk Unhinged is what this one's called.
Yes.
Dude, Kool-Aid, you gotta try the Avengers game when the beta's in August that everybody can play.
Yeah,
I want
for real.
everyone to play it. What is this one? Hulk's broken outfit? Is he just bruised and beat the fuck up? Damn.
Yeah, you better be in.
Hulk's iconic outfit. Torn shorts. I'm in. Hell yeah. We got some Black Widow ones. Tactical. I like this one a lot with the red. I like black and red. I like red a lot. Don't know if you know that. Probably because I love that. Iron Man. And this just kind of creeped into all of my style.
Black and red is cool.
Yeah, I like her black and red. I like the gold accents she's got here.
Can there just be like a hot pink pleather outfit? Like, is that too much to ask?
Outfit? I feel like that's going to exist, right?
We got to be able to customize at
they don't
some
show
point,
any
right?
Captain America because Captain America's dead, remember?
He looks like a Valkyrie there. That's cool.
I love
like
this
that.
one. Yeah, Frostwalker outfit. Oh, it's so cool.
So, just saying real quick,
is just
in the process of going through this video, I also just pre-ordered another game on this 1 hour fucking thing.
Damn.
I pre-ordered Gods and Monsters for the Switch.
What?
Through Walmart because it's $10 off, and I got my discount.
Don't you want Gods and Monsters on like PS5?
No, I want it on my Switch. My Switch is feeling neglected, and I just feel like that's where I want it. Yeah, so I bought it for the Switch so I can have a reason to leave my PlayStation 5 every so often because I'm never gonna leave it alone.
I don't even know if I'm gonna get Gods and Monsters because who knows when it's gonna come out, and that game's gonna be.
It's one of those I've been so excited for.
You don't even know what the game looks like, though.
All I need to know is the creators of Assassin's Creed created something like Zelda, and that's fucking great. Like, it just sounds
what if
great.
It comes out? I'm like expecting, like, I want to get it for like PS5 because on the Switch, Breath of the Wild 2 will be coming out within the next year or so, I'm sure. So it's like I'll have that on the Switch, and then I'll have this pretty looking game like that on my PS5.
True, but I'm gonna have literally everything else on the PS5.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna burn out my PS5 before
No, man.
fucking Christmas
Have you
comes
seen
around.
that thing? It's a futuristic skyscraper. It's not gonna burn out.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, it very
Nah.
well might. I hope it doesn't, obviously. What else do I have? Oh, I saw this morning. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War logo seemingly leaked by Doritos bag promotion.
Oh boy.
From Adam Bankers to IGN.
Always
So,
fucking something,
It's
man.
been rumored to be called Call of Duty Cold War, but then someone found some Doritos bags somewhere that's like unlock to double XP, and it runs from October 1st. Or no. This says October 5th, so they're assuming the game's going to come out in October, because that's what happened last year. A Modern Warfare Doritos promotion started October 1st, and the game came out the 25th. So, that's the thing that happened this morning, which I thought was funny. And then here, I just wanted to show this cool GIF. There's a guy on Twitter who makes really cool video game GIFs. I'm not going to full screen it because it's not in HD, so we're just going to watch the clip here. He just mashes shit together, and it's fucking awesome. Like, he mashes these games together, so it goes from Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, nice. Have you shown me this guy before?
I've shown you this guy before, yeah.
Yeah.
Uncharted 4. God, Uncharted
Fuck
so good.
yeah.
Spider-Man. Like, it's so good. Him and one other person do such a great job. Horizon. Man, I love Horizon. I can't fucking wait for Forbidden West. God of War. Just makes me want to play God of War.
Every time. I should just do it.
It's
I
so
know I'll
fucking
love
good.
it.
And then it ends with Bloodborne, which I love and would love a sequel to on PS5.
Did you ever play God of War? Oh, you gotta play it.
What? He hasn't played it?
I know. It's... I can't even put into words how good that game was.
Gotta get on it, man. Oh yeah, also this. Did you ever watch G4 TV? Because they teased that they're coming back, like with a Twitter account and a video, sometime in 2021. I watch G4 all the time. Now, me and Dylan were talking about it. He doesn't think they're going to succeed. They probably won't, because it's going to be on cable. I'm assuming it's going to be a TV station, so who's it for? And how am I going to watch it? Because I don't have cable. But I'm still excited for it nonetheless, because that was like the first ever video game content I consumed was like X-Play, which was a video game half-hour show where they reviewed stuff and everything like that, and I loved it. They had other shit too. Attack of the Show was on there, and that was like a comedy kind of internet show. That's where Olivia Munn came from, and a decent amount of people from Funhouse I found out worked there. At least a couple of them did. But who knows if that's 2021, it says. We don't know what it is. We don't know what content they're going to have.
Okay.
It was weird because like the channel went away because some company bought them and they were going to switch it to like just a more men's focused high class network, and then that never happened and it just was gone. So it was really weird what happened with it.
Yeah.
It was funny. Morgan Webb, who was one of the hosts of X-Play, tweeted out, she's like, I'm just surprised they remembered the Twitter password. I thought that was good. I did buy this Ghost of Tsushima vinyl. Well, I pre-ordered it because the soundtrack and the score in this game is amazing. And I was like, you know what? I'm trying to buy more vinyls, even though I don't have a record player yet, which I was looking at record players today because I kind of want to get a setup in my room so I can just like hang out, listen to music.
What do you think about this, Chris? Brandon bought the Ghost of Tsushima vinyl.
I'm very excited for it because the soundtrack's so good. Like even when you just come out on the vistas and you get, oh man, the orchestra is just so amazing, and I can just put that on and hang out.
Yeah, I think this game, Ghost of Tsushima, is going to keep climbing and keep crushing it because
let's keep talking about it.
Got
You've been
that
playing
potential
still?
Not as much as I want to. I'm still very far behind.
Okay.
But
are you still on the first island, or the first part of the island?
Yeah. But you know me, so like, yeah, and I think that Chris is fucking rampaging through it, but
did Chris
like
the family armor back yet? Your dad's armor.
Did you get the family armor? No, not yet.
Okay. I can kind of gauge where I'm
at. Okay.
I got it yesterday.
I get sidetracked, you know what I mean? Like I'm the type where like I don't even use my horse. I think I said it last week. Like I just go and I find shit and I do shit and I just enjoy everything.
It's a very much one more thing game. And that happens for hours. I got a little overwhelmed by it yesterday so I took a break because I got to the new area. I rode to get my armor, which is pretty far up in the new area. That was one of the 3 main quests for Chapter 2 to check off, and I was like, I want this armor because I might want to upgrade it. I don't know if I'm going to upgrade it yet. To get a trophy, I would need to upgrade it, but I ran into so many different tales, and now, like, these side quest tales, I have so many, and, like, I love all the tales and everything, but I was just, like, I just got overwhelmed by the open world, so I'm like, I take a break. I was in a funky mood yesterday, and then...
Can't push it.
Yeah, I was like, I'll come back, because I love it. I love the combat. I love a lot of the characters and the tales, so it's like, I want to play all of these things. I met a new character
and
yesterday.
The scenery.
Yeah.
It's a well-rounded game. Everything fits. But, like, yeah, like, the side quest tales, like, I lose track of the main missions, like I always fucking do, because like who was it? The lady Masako, I think was her name.
Masako's
like there's 9
amazing.
parts.
I love Masako's quest.
Yes, but I was like, so do I just do like one? You're supposed to do, I'm assuming, like a couple, and then as you progress, you catch them.
Yeah, so like you'll do like 3 of Masako's, and you can't do any more until you finish the main quest because they're up in the next area then, which you don't know until you get to the next area. But they eventually just stop showing up on the map.
Yeah, so I just followed those though. Like I did all hers, and I did all of the what's his name at the dojo,
the archer guy.
Yeah, and I just went through it, and I'm like, well, fuck, I should probably find the fucking main quest.
Yeah.
Do something.
Well, I pushed to. Well, I did almost all of the tales before I finished the main quest in the bottom area where you are. But then I'm like, there were a couple areas where I needed the grappling hook because I knew that was the thing that they were gonna make for me, and I was like, I should push the main quest so I can get the grappling hook, so I have all the tools. And then I did that.
Might as well.
Now I'm up where I am in the next area.
Yeah.
So
maybe that's what I'll work on
today.
Yeah, I probably will tonight, but like, I don't know. I've just been out of town at work, tired, and
I was in a
then like,
so I took a break, and then I played some Apex. So like Dylan got home later. I was like, hey, you want to play Apex? I'm gonna text some people, and then
I did just download Pokemon Cafe. I was told it's kind of fun, kind of addicting to just stick around and play through it. What?
Is that the free to start one?
Yeah, so I downloaded it on my phone, but you can get it on Switch, iOS, or Android. But like then Chris and I were redoing the game room here, which is turning pretty fucking badass.
Awesome.
Yeah, we've invested a small fortune in cool ass fucking lighting, which is worth it. Like, shout out to Stella for talking me into it. She saw me looking at it, and she was like, "Okay, so do it." And I was like, "All right." And then
is it like the Hue lighting, or is it something else?
It's the monster ones over by the collectibles, the gaming collectibles.
I haven't even.
So that little, oh, dude.
It looks awesome, like that big one you have up, but then you have like the small lights around too.
Yeah, the big one is 8 separate panels that we linked together in that shape, and then like you control it all from your phone. You can set your own patterns and rotations and color schemes, and then the orbs, which I can show you here real quick, are like really cool, and it has a handle, so like you can carry it with you or hang it, fucking mount it.
That's cool. The only thing, I don't know if it would work in my room that well because the Wi-Fi in our apartment is weird. I think we might need a new router. So sometimes in my room, it just doesn't reach right, which is weird because we have a fucking beefy-ass router, so that's why I think the router might be an issue.
It should. I mean, if mine works with all these lights, you
but
would
I have
think
some issues
that
in there on my phone sometimes, so that's why I think it might not work well in there.
Oh. Did I just fuck this shit up?
But we won a couple matches in Apex last night. Me, Dylan, and the bitch.
Nice.
Won a couple. They pretty much carried me because I was playing like shit. I mean, I wasn't like total shit, but my aim was off, so Dylan was getting kills like crazy. It was awesome. And then so was the bitch. I only got a couple, but we won 2 matches. Finished top 5 a ton. Finished like 2nd and 3rd a lot. Oh, the whole thing glows.
Oh yeah, no. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna dick around and show you. So here, I made. Oh, did I not make that one? You can literally like make your own, but sorry.
You go through like the color spectrum. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's fucking hot. I need to turn that.
But I see, and okay, so it's like talking about Apex. It's like anytime anybody says the fucking word Apex or God of War or Overwatch, it's like you get the fucking urge to just fucking play.
I haven't played Overwatch in forever. I don't think Kool-Aid's played
I know.
in a while either. Last time
I really want to play. I know Chris picked it up, so maybe I can convince him to play a little bit today. It's just feed that addiction.
Yeah.
No, he just wants to play Ghost. He's giving me the fucking stink face.
Overwatch. Yeah, Sequel is stoked in the chat.
It's like a kid waiting to open Christmas presents.
That's hilarious. He just looks like he's huddled on the ground, like playing.
He is. He's like, look at. Wait. The game is great though. I could just sit and watch it be played all day.
Dude, yeah, Ghost is so good. I found a different tail to get another set of armor, so I'm gonna go do that and see what I want to upgrade first. But yeah, do you got anything else to mention before we get out of the show? I've been playing Apex.
Yeah, like no, like I want to start playing. I feel like I need to get a calendar and be like, okay, Tuesday I'm playing Overwatch for an hour and 45 minutes, and then Wednesday I'll fucking play Apex for 2 hours. Like I need to start pushing myself to like a workout, like my exercise routine, and then which I also need to get back in. But
I'm probably gonna hit some more Ring Fit Adventure today.
Oh shit! GameStop had 2 of them. I should have fucking picked one up.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's good. It's a good workout too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's more engaging, which is nice. It tells
me
I
burn
a ton of calories when I do some of it, which kind of bums me out. But I feel like I burn more than it says, and it's just what's the word? It's just an assumption, kind of.
I didn't say anything. I'm getting dirty looks.
I was talking.
Oh, I said, you know what else is a good workout? Running.
Just beat Spider-Man and bought all the Kingdom Hearts. I saw she was playing Kingdom Hearts yesterday. I have tried to play Kingdom Hearts so much. I didn't play them when I was younger, and I think that's the problem because the gameplay.
I've never played Kingdom Hearts.
The gameplay's dated for me, and it's hard for me to get into. I know.
Oh shit!
I want to play it because
I just said a swear word
and shit. What?
Do you like Kingdom Hearts?
Try it. Ask Chris to explain the story of Kingdom Hearts to you at some point.
Oh yeah. All right.
Because it's impossible. The story.
Can you explain the story of Kingdom Hearts? You just laughed.
It's insane.
I just picture, is it like Disney on meth? Like that's just kind of.
It's you're going to these different Disney worlds to cleanse the darkness, but it gets more intense than that. And then there's these characters, especially once you get to Kingdom Hearts 3, there's like clones of different characters who are consumed by the darkness. But then there's other different clones and different characters from different Final Fantasy games come into the mix along with Disney characters. It's fucked up.
It sounds like America's War on Drugs.
It's like some some hard ass weeb shit injected with Disney. I don't know. It's fun. People who love Kingdom Hearts can't make sense of it. So, but it's fun and the worlds are cool. You want to see these Disney worlds, which is cool. But the old ones, especially the first one, from what I've read, I guess 2's a little bit better as far as gameplay is concerned. And 3 obviously only came out like 2 years ago, but
sweet.
There's a lot going on. Oh, I did, for whatever reason, I was craving BioShock, so I downloaded BioShock today. I don't know if I'll play it, but it's downloaded. And Far Cry 3 I picked up, which I also kind of want to play because it was $3.
Missed that opportunity. I'm gonna keep an eye out though, keep browsing the summer sale, checking shit out. And I know, but
Far Cry 3 is so good.
We'll see. I'll keep an eye on it.
You almost bought BioShock again. It was free on PlayStation Plus. Like, I owned it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you must have
missed the collection
it on PlayStation Plus. Yeah, the collection was free on PlayStation Plus.
I want to play Infinite. I really want to play Infinite.
Have you played Infinite?
I did. I remember getting into it, and then I got really confused and pissed off. Something I was going through it, and then all of a sudden, I just felt like I was stuck.
Really,
but I
never finished BioShock 2. I want to at least go and play. I think I can play Minerva's Den separately. Apparently, that's one of the best pieces of content. It's a DLC they made for BioShock 2.
Sweet.
It constantly talked about. It's constantly reviewed. Amazing, I guess. Ooh, you started Far Cry 3? Nice. Did you play more than 5 minutes? Did you start to get a gun?
Define start.
Maybe get some upgrades? Maybe. Once you start getting some upgrades, that game is so fun to just take outposts and chain kill people. I was telling Kool-Aid, I love it because you can sneak up behind people and you can get what's a knife takedown. So it's you'll stealth kill someone and there'll be someone 15 feet away from you, and then it prompts you to do a knife takedown. So you'll pull a knife off that guy's belt and just throw it across and kill him. And it's so cool and it's so satisfying. 3 guns and 2 skills. Hell yeah. It just gets better. And Voss is a cool villain. It's cool as shit. Alright. Well, I feel like we've talked enough about what we've been playing. So
True.
This is Game Talk to wrap things up. Our weekly video game show, 10 a.m. usually on
My bad.
twitch.tv/Laird Brandon. Posted later that day on YouTube account Laird Brandon. I can't link it. You have to have like 500 subs to make your own URL, so that's going to be a while.
That's weird. Whatever.
You can find
get there.
on Twitter at LRD Brandon, Instagram LRD Brandon. Ryan, you are Dark Siren 89 everywhere.
Yes, literally everywhere.
All of
wherever you want
those
to find me
will be in the description as well. I tweet about video games and how the world sucks shit and we need to do better. So
that's what's up.
If you want any of that content, you follow me there. Also, inspirational things, feel better.
Yeah. Instagram, I do my motivational posts, workout, puppy, video games, you know, and
Chris,
send either message if you have questions, comments. Just want to talk shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Do what you like. Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a wonderful day.